Hey, this is me building and strategizing my 400k per year profit solo consulting business right in front of your eyes. And the way that these videos go is that they follow the exact same framework every single day. So it's very easy to follow along here. I'll start with some questions from the audience. This means that you can ask your question down below and then I'll answer it in tomorrow's video. Then I'll show you some business stats, which is which is based just my cash, my revenue, my cost, and also the growth of my social channels. And I'll run you through my to-do list, so what I did today and what I'll do tomorrow. Then I try my best to live strategize my current bottlenecks that I currently have in my business that is keeping me from getting to $1 million a year in personal profit, while of course following these 2 rules. So we kick it off by getting into the YouTube channel, just like update it here, see if we've gotten any questions in the meantime. But I will head over to community. I will scroll all the way down until I haven't interacted with a comment, and then I'll take it from here. So we have the first question here from John. Can you break down how you structure the Instagram follow ad to up people into your organic ecosystem? This is a good question, bro, right? Because a key part of posting organic content is making sure that you have a reliable channel of traffic that actually watches your organic content that you spend a lot of time on creating, right? And there are a few ways that you can get people into your ecosystem, right? There's of course outreach, which is pretty good when you have no money but a lot of time. It is a good way for people to end up in your retargeting setup, because most of the time when you reach out to people, they'll see who DMs you, and that's actually a profile visit that counts in the retargeting setup. I don't recommend this often, but it is a little bit underrated, not gonna lie. Then we of course have organic content, right? Again, if you don't have budget for ads and you don't have a proven offer yet, when I say proven offer, I mean you have a case study and you have a price point that you're comfortable in, and you have like a specific group of people that you want to help, or a certain system that brings certain outcome, then organic content is amazing, right? Because I can put these videos up and they only cost me my time, but they can actually get new people in that would then be funneled to my main channel, to my Instagram, to my stories, to my DMs, to my video sales letter, or whatever it could be, right? And then of course we also have what John is referring to here, which is ads. So specific ads that is optimized for people to go from the ad into the ecosystem, right? I'll give you a few examples, John, and I'll give you some context, because then it's up to you to decide what works the best for you, right? So I try my best to explain things in first principles. Then it becomes a little bit easier for people to understand, and if you understand something, you're a lot more confident. Because typically what happens with something that has to do with ads, for example, like what is ad? Like ads is content creatives that you put money behind, which means that you are very much attached to ads and its performance because you're putting money behind it, right? So if you can understand ads and the thought process behind it, then it's a lot easier for you to spend money on ads if it's the right fit for you, and also do it for a long period of time and the right way, so that you actually get a positive ROI from spending money on ads, right? Because I think a lot of people, they either get an ad framework, or they watch a guy saying like, hey, I have a 50x return on my ads, where in info it's not really so much about the ads, it's typically what happens after, right? So then they see this like surface level ads, they don't really understand it, then they start spending money on ads themselves, and then it typically doesn't work in the beginning. Ads takes a lot of time to crack. Like if everyone could turn on ads and they would print money, like we would all be throwing our life savings into ads, you know? So if you can understand ads and if you have a long time horizon, then your ads will become profitable if you have the right structure, if you have the right offer, the right organic content, the right sales process, yada, 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 right? But this question is about ads, so I'll try to keep it around the ad. So what is ads, right? Ads is either first impressions, right? The first time the people will stumble upon you will, if you run ads, 99% of the time will come from ads. And then it is also retargeting, right? So showing up consistently for people who are in your system. So here what John is asking is that how do we actually get this one up here, which is top of funnel ads, so that we get people to watch our content, right? And so John, I think the higher the commitment, the better the people you'll get through into your ecosystem, but you're also paying a higher lead price. So if you run a 90-second head talk, very qualifying ad, then you'll get a lower leads into your ecosystem, but they will be better quality, more problem aware. If you just take a picture, bro, of a yacht with some girls and then say make 10K a week, and you put it up and you add it and you send people to your ecosystem, you'll get a lot of people into the ecosystem, but you don't know why they are there, other than they saw some girls, a yacht, and make 10K, right? Versus you having a 90-second video breaking down, are you struggling with show up rate? Are you struggling with your sales conversion? If you are a fitness coach and can recognize these problems and you are at least 10K per month, serving at least 50 clients, then you should follow me here on Instagram, right? So over here, lead price is way up, but it's a better group of people versus the very broad, where the lead price is lower, but typically also more unqualified. The two things, whether it's right or wrong here, is of course your brand, your offer, your goal, etc., etc. But the main thing is the sales cycle, right? The further down people are inside of a sales funnel, the more expensive they get to get as leads, right? So it will typically look, this is dollar signs, by the way, if you can't tell. To attract people that is like very broad up here is a lot cheaper than targeting people who are, for example, problem and solution aware, right? So so this is a question of sales cycle, because these people up here might take 6 months, where this person down here only take 1 month to convert. So what is the right choice? Well, the right choice is to have a bit of everything. You want a broad creative, you want something that is slightly more precise, and then you want a hyper targeted creative towards the problem that your offer solves, and then you want to test it in a lot of different ways. So John, I made a very broad answer on purpose, because I don't know your business and I don't know the goal of your business and I don't know the current situation. So I tried my best to give you like a lot of context, and then hopefully you can take that context and then make the best possible decision for your own unique situation and business. Thank you for the question, man. I hope it helped. Lasse, bro, I've seen you on LinkedIn. Hey Fred, I'm 16 years old and I just finished the first G while running my cold calling agency on the side. To people that don't know what 1G is, it's basically the first year of high school in Denmark. In the past year or so, I've spent a lot of time building up my agency and working on the business. This has obviously taken a lot of time away from the youth life. I've been advised by my parents and close friends to not miss out on the experience of being young, and that they think I spend too much time focused on making money. But as I'm still in school, I feel like I need to spend a lot of time in the business in order to keep it growing. That is very true. If you were in school and running a business at the same time, how would you structure your business and day to day? How much time would you spend on other things other than work? Oh, very interesting question, bro. So first of all, I want to give you a fun fact. I started my business when I was 22. On some days, I feel like I'm old and I'm behind because I only have 3.5 years of experience, right? And I'm 25. And you see these young 20-year-olds making millions of dollars. But what I've learned to appreciate is that the best thing that ever happened to me was that I started my business at 22, because I had the opportunity to have regular jobs. So I learned the skill, and I learned what a regular job also can be. Showing up on time, respecting your co-workers, listening, and having authority towards a boss. And there are many great things about a 9 to 5, but there are also many cons, which I of course didn't enjoy, which I would also like to have my own business. So I think I'm really happy about the fact that I got to live my life up until the age of 22 and then transcended into basically starting my business, right? I think, Leslie, you're very young, like 16 years old, right? If you, like, I'm 25, bro, which means that I'm 9 years older than you, right? And from 16 to 22, I basically didn't even build on my business. So you're very young, bro. And I think if I were you, I wouldn't be in a hurry to make money. I think ask yourself, why do you want to make money? That's probably the key, bro. Because it's not so much about the money, it's why you want to make the money. So ask yourself that first of all. You need to be crystal clear on what drives you, because the reasoning behind making the money, right? That reason behind making the money, if that isn't greater than spending time with friends, building relationship, building memories, finding your circle of people, then what's the pros and cons here, right? So I think it's very good that you're building a business, bro. And let's kind of see if this is your day, right? I think in the morning probably work, right? And then here you have school, and then it's hard to tailor in a day, right? Because you realize how little time we actually have when you spend time in school. I'll give you a more holistic answer, bro. Then you can take it from there. So first, find the real reasons why you want to make money. Then I wanna zoom out a bit, bro, and be grateful for how far you've come, and also realize that like maybe I can do this in a more balanced way. I think of course it takes immense sacrifice and effort to reach the goals that you have for your business. If you want to reach your goals extremely fast, right? I think that the question that I asked myself is that would I rather work 11 or 12 hours per day and reach my goals in 2 years, or would I rather work 7 to 8 hours a day and reach my goals in 3 to 4 years? And I decided to pick a longer time horizon. But the only thing that allowed me to have a long time horizon was because I made some money, because I did work 11 to 12 hours for the first 3 years of my business, right? So this is a very good question, bro. I think there is no right or wrong answer here, but whatever floats your boat. If I was you, bro, I would try to balance it. I would see if you can have 2 nights per week that you spend with friends, right? So like it can be going out for a dinner. It can also be working out. Like that is also very social. That's how I see most of my friends, is by doing workouts with them. But I think, bro, you also find a lot of good network and a lot of good people that you can call friends inside of your business, right? So I think, bro, as long as you can dedicate some time towards socializing, then I think you're good. This was a hard question, and this was a terrible answer. But it's because it's so subjective, right? There isn't like a math equation to should you spend time or not. Because some people say spend a lot of time because that's your youth, but it's also like, who are these people telling you to prioritize it? It's probably people who never ran a business themselves and don't understand the effort that comes with it, and the sacrifice you need to make. I think, Lasse, try to give me some more context on what you would do yourself and how you feel and these things, and then I can maybe give you a better answer. But yeah, I think balance, bro. I hope it made sense. That's what I'm trying to say. No more questions. Then we head into business stats, which is this sheet that I fill out every single day, the growth of my business and also social channels. So I remember that I have 273 on my daily updates. Then I head into my main channel, which has 6372. So 6372 on my IG, 21018 daily updates, 273. Yesterday, also boring day. Trap. That is it. That's nice. Boring day. Nice. There we go. Filled it out. Daily updates channel is growing with like 1% every day on average. A little bit less. IG is cooked. We know that because we're changing up content in terms of the audience a little bit. And the main YouTube is definitely stagnating. Like, this is horrible. I need to be better at that. So today I just built out my program. It's just been an answer to all clients and client work and program, really. It was nice with a lot of quiet hours in front of the PC of just like writing out a bunch of stuff, which was very nice, just getting stuff done. So yeah, it's been a good day, not gonna lie. It's been a good day. Yeah, for strategy, to be honest, not a lot. I think today the questions were very good, so I would like to end it with those. And I also have dinner here in 1 minute. So yeah, today was a good day, and today was some good questions, and I'll see you tomorrow.